Stupid ice. Stupid cold. Stupid freezing things. I had to clear off an ice block just to find my car. Spent all past 10 minutes scraping down the stupid windows. Whatever. I'm just gonna go to the train and take whatever train we actually find. I need to get my ass out of here. Welcome to November 28th, 2016. I almost said 29th. No, it's only the one day after my birthday. It's Monday. Thankfully, it's not the 29th yet. My first interview is the 29th. But anyway, we are going to regular, for the most part, schedule today for a Monday. I have my 9 a.m. experimental, my final experimental class. So I'm presenting my final cut, or actually not my final cut, my picture lock, I guess. Because I did not have time to score my experimental film last night, which would have been nice to do, but for the moment I just have not had the time to do that. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's picture lock. I fixed everything you wanted to do, so we don't have to have sound for the class, so I'm going to just present it as an MOS thing. Anyway. Well, I also have an actual final for that class, so I printed out my notes for that, so I have them, so we can use the notes, and that should be all fine and dandy, don't you think so? And then I have my screenplay story class at 6, so that's happening, and then I get to, why did we walk across this road in the middle? But, okay, so I have my screenplay story class at 6, and then my final pitch during that class. So that'll basically wrap 2 classes up. Nearly completely for the moment. Because, I mean, I would like to score it at some point, but at the moment I'm just really don't have time to make some of it. I'm really tired. I couldn't fall asleep until forever last night, as per usual, and I really only feel it on, like, days where I have to go in at 9 a.m. or some bullshit like this. You know, some BS like that. Anyway, but yeah, this week is going to be busy, because in addition to, of course, being week 10 and finals week, which is already difficult as it is, there's interviews scheduled throughout. Yay! The first of which, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, is actually tomorrow. Oh boy. Okay. I am a person. I exist, I guess. Stop trying to run the light, people. I need to get to my train as much as you do. But anyway, we are gonna go to this train. I go take it downtown. Like I've never taken this train before, which is a lie, because I totally have, and I'm probably gonna be on time for the 7:24. So we're gonna go take it. We're gonna go downtown. My hands are slightly cold, and yeah, train time. It's gonna happen, and then classes for schedule wise pretty much almost usual, except finals and stuff. Yay! You know, sometimes this glass gets so clear that I forget that it's there. And today was one of those days, and it's not that I like smacked my hand into it or anything, but I was like, oh my god, did somebody break into my car? And I went over and I checked, and I was like, oh no, it's just apparently really clean. I guess that's one aspect of it. Frosting is that all of the scraping actually really cleaned this thing off, and it actually looked like my window just wasn't there. Either that, or I was a dumbass and forgot to roll it up. But anyway, 6:44 now. I'm back home. All 3 of us were on the same train. All 3 of us that commute in, that is. My mother, my sister, and myself, all on the same train. Are we good to leave? Yeah, we're good to leave. Let's leave. Let's leave slowly. I hate this part. I'm gonna take a shower. It's nuts. Oh, look, there's my sister. It's just not fun some days. It's just so many people. So many. I haven't sat there for a minute or something before doing that. Start the vlog. So yeah, there's just a lot of people whenever I got out. Yeah, I am speeding. Okay, yeah, good. Hey, look, it's good old Curtis over there. But, yeah, we are heading home because it's time to head home. That's just what happens. So one class done. My screenplay story class is officially done. We all have grades at some point. So yeah, that's done. Experimental is done class-wise, but I still need to score it and do whatever. If I want to do a commentary track on it, yeah, that's fine. That'll get pushed back a little bit later in the week. That's 2 things done. Basically, class and a half finished. Only a few more to go. 2 of them tomorrow. But I've got to go home and do work for those 2 tonight now, because I've got to study. Sir, you realize you have to slow down because we have to get over. Thank you. So yeah, I've got to study for producing for features. I don't think it's OpenNote, so I will have to use the review sheet, but whatever. I will just review it a couple times. It shouldn't be that bad. At least it's core film stuff, basically. And then I have Allison's class. But tomorrow is going to be a little bit different than usual because I am not going into university for my art history class. I have an interview tomorrow, as I previously mentioned. And this is an interview that takes place, it's like 2 to 3 or something along those lines. So I'm going to go out to the lovely King of Prussia, which is a little bit further than where my dad works, which means it's a hell of a drive. That's like a 45-minute, 50 drive, and then I have to come into town, and then after that I have to leave. So tomorrow is going to be a long day. It's going to be a very, very long day. So yeah, that's going to take, not exactly the place, but there's no way I'm actually making my art history class. So we're just not going because they offered very little wiggle room in regards to the interview. So it was either art history now, production workshop, major class, don't want to miss it, or art history on Thursday, and I didn't want to miss the one right before term ended. So yeah, that's why we're going tomorrow to this interview. So that means that I need to get all prepared, and yeah, we'll get things done. Should be pretty decent. Yeah, because that'll have to happen. That's an interview that I'm not going to actually talk about companies that I'm going to interview for, but just know that it's out in King of Prussia, which is the drive. I've got to get my suit ready for that tonight. I've got to print out a couple copies of my resume. I've got to edit some things for class. So as you can imagine, even though it's fairly early in the evening compared to when I normally get home, I've got stuff to do. However, if I survive tomorrow, I'm pretty much in the clear. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday are pretty average. Friday's another interview, but that's the only thing I have on Friday, so it is what it is. Hopefully be easy in, easy out. And we can get back to working on various things. Sir, there is a red light. Please do not run into me. My sister is waving. I doubt you can see that because this camera does not have good low light performance. But, yes. So, in the meantime, it's time to, I also need to cut yesterday's vlog. How fun. So I've got a lot of post work I need to do, to be honest, and it's going to be a lot of today, which is why yesterday was pretty much just there because I was supposedly in the post house all day. Okay. Now we are home. And is she going over there? Yeah, she is. That's fine. That is normal. Everything is fine, Aunt Danny. We're going to go inside. I'm going to go do some work, and we'll meet you back eventually to hopefully show you some things. Hopefully it'll be good. Well, getting ready for my interview tomorrow. It's a little bit messed up just because I have to two-handed stabilize, but if I actually lower my arms a little bit, yeah, it goes back to normal. So, yeah, looking good as far as I can tell. But the main thing right now is that I don't know when the last time I used, actually I do know when the last time I used dress shoes was. It was in Los Angeles, but I don't know when the last time I used dress shoes here was. So, I don't know where dress shoes are. I've run through like 4 pairs of sneakers since the last time I've used one, which means they might even be out of size anyways, so I actually might have to go hop over to Walmart quickly to try to pick up some new shoes, because right now, I'm in bare black socks. Yep, bit of an oversight. Okay, let's go get that done. Well, when I got home, I set myself a list of things to do because just my general to-do list is getting very, very obsessive. So I wanted to set some realistic goals for the night. Just kind of, just kind of tie things down a little bit, bring it back to earth, set some realistic goals so we could, actually have a decent shot at achieving what I wanted to do. And how'd I do? Actually, I actually managed to mark off everything on the checklist. It's pretty good. Not terrible. The time's not terrible either. It's 1:12 in the morning, which isn't actually that bad because, again, Tuesday is my late day. Interview's at 2. So if I leave here at noon, I'll be fine. Hopefully. I can leave even later than that, theoretically, but if we offer extra time, I'm going to say noon. So yeah, we've got a pretty generous time slot tomorrow because interviews at 2, class 3:30 to 9:20. So yeah, tomorrow's busy, but it's okay that I'm up this late because, well, it doesn't do me any good to lie in bed if I'm not quite tired yet. So spent some time just kind of getting some things that needed to get done. Pretty good. Pretty satisfied. And I got some nice Cyber Monday deals too. But I'll kind of share those in a little bit when they actually get here, because there's kind of no point in showing things off until I actually have them. So I'll save those for whenever it is they actually get here. That's not exactly important right now, considering Cyber Monday ended a few minutes ago. Actually, like an hour and a half ago nearly. So, without further ado, I'm going to scratch my nose and say that we should meet back tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a big day. Pretty big day. Probably pretty exciting too. I'm kind of excited. I'll let you guys know in a little bit what I actually have to do. What I actually have to do. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. Trust me. Fun times ahead.